Hey guys, welcome back to Hunting Grounds. Summer's here, and like I said the last video, we're to the point in our property where we're doing a lot of maintenance work and keeping up with the work that I've already done. I'm going to show you some of the techniques I use in doing that and some other ones as well. This area right now that I'm standing in, if you guys remember, about a week and a half ago, it was chest high or head high with winter wheat. And this is the area that we came in this winter, cleared it all out, cut a lot of trees out, left all the fruit-bearing trees, so they're still producing a lot of fruit for the wildlife. The mulberry trees are dropping like crazy right now. But we came in, cleared it out, and we came in with winter wheat and fescue, and we threw it down, and we didn't till it into the soil or anything. We just laid it right on top of the ground, and it grew up because I knew that winter wheat would grow quick, and so it grew quick and took root, and then it allowed that fescue to take root as well. Well, the winter wheat grew up really tall, and we came in just about a week ago, we brush hogged it down, and now you can see all the fescue underneath. This is a method that I would suggest for anybody to use on their property, whether you want to add pasture or just have an area of open space for deer and other wildlife to come in and utilize. Another thing I want to show you today is the importance of brush hogging trails on your property. As you know, we let our trails and our fields grow up, so there was going to be coverage for the fawns when they were at those first few crucial days there at the very beginning. They've been down now for about a week, week and a half, and so they're doing actually pretty good. You can see them up, running around, so they're actually able to get away from stuff now. But so what we're doing is we're going through a property and we're kind of cleaning up the trails a little bit, and I'll tell you some of the reasons why we do that. Now, one of the main reasons that we brush hog trails on the property is because deer utilize them. Deer are lazy animals. They would much rather go through a brush hog trail through the woods rather than making their way through thick timber, and they would much rather crawl through a fence rather than jump over it. And so that's why in some of our food plots you'll see that we have some barbed wire hung open, or we have actually gates that are open going into our food plots. Now, these brush hog trails, they can serve a couple different purposes. Not only is it easier for you to get around your property, but it's easier for the deer to get around, and you can kind of funnel deer into an area where you want them to, kind of lead them to an area. Also, they're great for hunting. If you wanted to kind of concentrate deer to a certain area and maybe get a close bow shot, it's also good for that. The property we'll be working on today is my neighbor's 35 acres that adjoins to our property. A few years back this was logged, so it's really, really thick, and we've made some trails through it that the deer utilize all the time. These trails go throughout the property, and some of them even lead into our food plots, and so it's kind of a great hunting strategy to get these trails put in your property, and not only that, but it's easier access for you too. Now, by brush hogging this, we aren't eliminating all the bedding area for the fawns. There's still going to be plenty of coverage, but this is going to kind of open up areas and make some good forage areas for the deer, and you'll be surprised. You'll actually see a lot of fawns come in here because I think it's just easier for the fawns to travel through instead of waist or chest high tall grass, and so it's a little bit easier access for them as well. Now, these trails, they don't have to be very wide, maybe as wide as your brush hog or as wide as a four-wheeler, and I can promise you deer are going to use them. As you can see here, we are on a trail that leads directly to our soybean food plot, and you would be surprised the number of deer that use this trail rather than going through this thick stuff that is on either side of this trail. One thing I noticed while I was brush hogging is all these black raspberries are starting to ripen. If you're an avid wildlife watcher and you want to see deer, you want to see foxes, you want to see rabbits, come to this food source, find this food source, set up on it, and I promise you you're going to see a lot of wildlife. Not only is it good for deer and other wildlife, it's also good if you know a grandma that makes a mean black raspberry pie, because they're really good. Well guys, that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tune in next week because we'll be going about 80 acres, putting some trail cams up, some mineral licks out, and looking for some potential food plot areas. Tune in next week, and as always, have a better than average day. Going through the thick stuff that's on either side of this. I almost had it. About 80 acres, putting up some trail cams. Ouch, that kind of hurt. Okay, stop. That hurt. Okay, ready? Put some mineral licks out. Oh, sorry. Okay, I gotta get through that because you're hurting me.